Now, I want to play this video,
My father
and let me just stop here, because, this is sometimes difficult to get these things to play properly. I want to play this RFK Jr., Robert Kennedy Jr. video here, and he talks about this vaccine, and he's anti-vaccine, and he's right out in front on some of this. So I want to play this, and then we want to talk about another video that was shared with me that is pretty stunning. We won't be able to play it, but we'll talk about it. But let's first hear from Robert Kennedy Jr.
Told me when I was a child, people in authority lie. And we all, if we are going to continue to live in a democracy, we need to understand that people in authority lie. People in authority will abuse every power that we relinquish to them. And right now, we are giving them the power to micromanage every bit of our lives 24 hours a day. They're going to know where we are. They're going to know the money that we spend. They're going to have access to our children. They're going to have the right to compel unwanted medical interventions on us. The Nazis did that in the camps in World War II. They tested vaccines on gypsies and Jews. And the world was so horrified after the war, we signed the Nuremberg Charter. And we all pledged when we do that, we would never again impose unwanted medical interventions on human beings without informed consent. And yet in 2 years, all of that conviction has suddenly disappeared. And people are walking around in masks where the science has not been explained to them. They are doing what they're told. They are these government agencies are orchestrating obedience. It is not democratic. It's not the product of democracy. It's the product of a pharmaceutical-driven biosecurity agenda that will enslave the entire human race and plunge us into a dystopian nightmare where the apocalyptical forces of ignorance and greed will be running our lives and ruining our children and destroying all the dreams and dignity that we hope to give to our children.
Really an amazing speech. And I tell you, if you think I've sometimes got a frog in my throat, poor RFK Jr. has a tough time. I don't know what that is. It causes, but he obviously, that's how he always speaks.
I think I forget the name of it, but it's like there's a vibration there in your vocal cords that causes it, makes it difficult.
Yeah. Well, okay, so is that the music? We're running out of time.
Asthmatic dysphonia.
Something you've got to check out is a video by Professor Dolores Cahill, who's a molecular biologist and immunologist and a professor at University College Dublin, and she talks about this vaccine. And, she covers the same things that we've told you, that this mRNA virus goes in and actually makes you as a human being into a genetically modified organism, and that your own cells begin to produce this spike protein that is very closely identified with the coronavirus, and some would say it was a piece that's inserted onto a standard coronavirus. But in any event, she talks about when you then actually ingest a native wild coronavirus, that it creates a major immune problem where your body starts attacking your own cells. And boy, you really need to think about this. It could be something bad that's coming. I'm Morgan Streetman, and that's the way I see it. Thank you for listening to the Morgan Streetman Show. We hope you enjoyed what you heard, and if you did, please click like and subscribe to help us out. And remember that we recommend that you exercise your brain at least once a week.